Tonight's evidence drop of Marion County Board of Education and corruption is a good one. So we have already established the fact that Marion County Board of Education knows that my son played football on the East Fairmont Middle School team. Played. We have released numerous recordings where you can hear that they don't agree that they cannot keep my son safe in that school of East Fairmont Middle School. Let's go through a stage of events. September 2024, my son gets sexually assaulted in the bathroom and has to fight his way out to keep himself safe, protect himself. We get told we're not allowed to press charges. My wife states something needs done, CPS, intervention, some kind of counseling, all kinds of things. My son comes home that very next day. That kid is in school, in class with all of the other children in that school. No detention, no suspension, no nothing. Let's fast forward to May. Class field trip. The teacher that my son reported this to immediately after it happening is a chaperone on my son's school bus. This said assailant individual is on that school bus with my son. That teacher allows that student to sit in the seat right near my son. Where thankfully, we have photos of this because my son had his iPhone on him. Proof, location, and timestamp. Second incident, now called in and reported, and my wife still had to file the Title IX. Still had to contact CPS. The school and the Board of Education did not do their job whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. Now let's jump forward to the alleged statement that we're only doing this because my son was ineligible for football. And as a little minor fact, let's also keep in mind the phone calls that I released and the interviews where my wife sat in with DeSalle, where she said, I won't agree with you that we cannot keep your son safe. Mic drop. We did not know my son was ineligible for football at first. The coach called and said he got a 2.0, he's eligible. Had him ready, we were getting ready to go to practice, and then all of a sudden we get a phone call that says, no, one of his classes didn't count. Now he's at a 1.89. Do you want to know what else happened in that duration of time? The same student that had sexually assaulted my son and then sexually harassed my son joined the same team that my son plays football on. And that's going to prove way more of your failure to protect and keep safe. You let a student with two things against him, sexual assault and sexual harassment, join a boys' football team that gets undressed in front of each other in the locker room, which shows that you did nothing whatsoever to keep this from happening to another student. They're not unfounded claims. We have pictures of the football team, the student on the football team, and had joined the football team. So, there's that. Disclaimer, I'm sorry I cannot release minors' pictures out here for you guys to know, but just know we have established that next Friday, or this upcoming Friday, we do have a meeting with the prosecuting attorney of Fairmont, which he promises that he will have all the files in front of him because he was never made aware of this and had no knowledge of it. As always, no harassment, no threats. Let's keep this civil and let's get to the bottom of how we make reform and change and help our students at this point be safer in school. Especially if you got a blue check mark, the blue ribbon from the United States Department of Education, you'd think you'd be trying to do a little bit better. That's my message to Marion County Board of Education. That's my message to East Fairmont Middle School. And one last message for the Fairmont PD. Please just release my Freedom of Information Act. It is my God-given right under the civil liberties of the Constitution of America. You're breaking federal law right now.